Roger Goodell saw Adam Silver and the NBA ink an 11-year, $77 billion media rights deal, and he said to himself, oh, we drastically undervalued ourselves. We undersold our product. So what's Roger Goodell ready to do right now? He's ready to opt out of this current deal, look to the streaming services to foot a bill that can be estimated around $16 billion annually for the NFL. Who's going to be eating a brunt of that? Us, the consumers. Peacock, Paramount, Netflix, Amazon, they're going to up the price of their subscriptions, of their memberships, and try to recoup the money that they're currently giving to the NFL. But who else is going to fight against this if not just the consumers? The big networks as well. Fox is looking at the NFL and saying, hey, we're about to come after your pockets. We're going to take you to court over this. Let's get right into it. Like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. New NFL rights deal could approach $16 billion annually. The NFL is in the catbird seat when it comes to renegotiating its rights deals with the television networks and streamers. And given the outsized importance of the league when it comes to attracting viewers and sponsors, media companies are already preparing their war chests. Networks and streamers have increasingly found that they can't live without the NFL. The league has maximum leverage as the most popular sports and entertainment property in the country, and the fact that they currently have partnerships with ESPN, Fox, CBS, NBC, Amazon, Netflix, and Google means that there are plenty of potential suitors and bidders when it comes to the league being able to name its price. But just what might that price be? Puck's Matthew Baloney took a deep dive into how the rising cost of doing business with the NFL will affect American media giants when it comes to taking up a much larger percentage of their available funds. From the point of view of the media companies, it's a simple math problem. The NFL will take up more available dollars than ever before, leaving less to spend on entertainment properties and other sports leagues. That's why every league not named the NFL, caught between the NBA's massive media rights deal windfall and the upcoming NFL payday, is looking to get to the table as soon as possible before the money runs out. Baloney cites Moffett-Nathanson research that projects the NFL's media rights deal could reach a whopping $15.9 billion in annual revenue, which would be a 58% increase over their current deals. Currently, the league makes just over $10 billion in revenue from media rights partners. ESPN pays the highest annual fee at $2.7 billion, Fox at $2.2, CBS at $2.1, NBC at $2 billion, Amazon pays $1 billion for Thursday Night Football. When you add in the caveats that the NFL has made by selling additional games to Netflix and YouTube and deals like Sunday Ticket, the price keeps getting higher and higher. Not only higher and higher for the media companies, but higher and higher for us. The new YouTube thing, well, it started at one price, and then every year it's increased after that. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon seems to increase their price. Netflix seems to increase their price just overnight. Disney increased their price overnight. The Hulu package increased their price overnight. But could that be potentially underselling what the NFL could earn? Keep in mind, when the NBA inked new deals with ESPN, NBC, and Amazon, it earned a whopping 164% increase. Given the NFL's huge popularity advantage, seeing only a 58% increase in comparison would be surprising. The Ellison family takeover of Paramount Skydance is accelerating the timeline of these renegotiations thanks to a clause in the CBS deal with the NFL. And already the political game is beginning, with the FCC getting involved in protecting the interests of conservative friends that own linear networks, trying to stem the tide of a streaming takeover. And that brings us here. Rupert Murdoch's Wall Street Journal takes aim at NFL's antitrust exemption. The networks aren't going out without a fight. The networks are not going to go out without a fight, especially when it comes to the Amazons, the Googles, the Netflixes. You better believe Fox, CBS, they're not just going to roll over and take it. They're going to call their friends in very high places and try to get the NFL to play ball with them, or else we'll see you in court. In recent weeks, Some politicians have questioned the current viability of the NFL's broadcast antitrust exemption. As noted by John Oran of Puck, some NFL executives have suspected that the effort carries the fingerprints of media mogul Rupert Murdoch, who owns NFL partner Fox. The suspicions were validated on Thursday when Murdoch's Wall Street Journal posted an editorial that focused on whether the NFL still merits a broadcast antitrust exemption. Today, the NFL is the powerful giant while the broadcasters are weak, the Wall Street Journal editorial writes. Commissioner Roger Goodell wants to take advantage of this dominance by renegotiating with the networks. In 2021, the NFL finished a package of broadcast deals, including with CBS, Fox, and NBC, that were meant to run through 2033. Goodell is already ready to opt out. 2033. We're about 7 years away from that deal expiring, and he wants out. He saw the NBA's deal, and he said, damn, we need more money. Quote, Mr. Goodell is using the threat of an early opt-out provision to change the terms only halfway through the deals. The assumption is that he thinks he can get more money from big tech's streaming services than he can from his longtime TV partners. That would hurt the networks, especially local stations that rely on the NFL for ad revenue. Live sports are one of the last drivers of large audience, and the advertising funds local news and reporting. The editorial concludes with this message to Goodell and his 32 constituents as to the antitrust exemption. Let's hear the NFL explain why it still deserves it. And when are they going to explain? In a courtroom. How are they going to explain it? In a black and white document that needs to get overlooked, double-checked, triple-checked, and verified. Why they still need this exemption. The consumers can fight back, not paying the fee. The NFL, they know the chances of that happening are slim to none. Will some fall off here and there? Sure. But if the NFL already gets the money from the streaming services, they're a happy camper. It's the streaming services that are paying you more money to recoup that loss. So what else can be done? The consumers play their part. The networks play their part. The NFL might be fighting a two-front war when it comes to this new media deal that they're looking at. On one side, they're fighting the consumers, and on the other side, they're fighting the networks. It's a very bold move, but it comes as the NFL is making an equally bold effort to get CBS to immediately bump its annual rate for a Sunday afternoon package from $2 billion to $3 billion, an extra billion. Multiple reports have suggested that after getting what it wants from CBS, the NFL will move to Fox. They're just going to start chopping away at all the networks. The league's leverage comes from the streaming companies. With the Thursday night package, one held by Fox already shifted to Amazon, and with YouTube buying the rights to NFL Sunday Ticket, resistance from the broadcast networks could be futile. The counter comes from the possibility that the current exemption doesn't apply to streaming. While that's a question that would be subject to litigation, a decision by Congress to strip the NFL of its broadcast antitrust exemption would make things much cleaner under the law and much messier for the league. Muddy the waters. Competitive balance flows from the ability of the league to sell its TV rights in one bundle. Without it, each team would sell the rights to its home games to the highest bidder. Some, like the Cowboys, would get billions. Others would struggle for public asset scraps. Revenue sharing would implode, and at minimum, the league would fracture into haves and have-it-alls. It's ultimately a high-stakes chess match between the NFL and the traditional networks. But if the NFL is thinking about ditching broadcast TV for streaming, the only play for the networks is to reframe the question. If the NFL isn't going to make games available on free over-the-air FCC-regulated networks, should the NFL continue to enjoy the exemption from antitrust laws that would prevent it from selling packages on an all-or-nothing basis? The NFL is greedy. They want more money. They have a CBA coming up very shortly. We talked about it the other day, how they redistribute the revenue in a new CBA deal. Is it going to stay 50-50, or is the NFL going to get more money, say, hey, it's not a 50-50 anymore, we're doing a 60-40 split, a 65-35 split, but the money that we're now getting from TV deals, you'll make up for it, don't worry about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. As a consumer, how do you feel about this? I know none of us want to go to this streaming platform and that streaming platform and that streaming platform and that streaming platform. Gone are the days of turning on CBS, turning on Fox, turning on ABC, turning on NBC, turning on ESPN, watching your football. If you want to get the Sunday ticket, whether it was DirecTV or YouTube TV, those days are over. Now you need everything to be able to watch football. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hype the video, like the video. See you later.